What's going on, family? We're here with the King Dominique again. We got another question to get his opinion on the question for the day. The question for the day, looking at the black community, what do you see as the three most divisive factors amongst the black community?
I think the three most divisive factors would be number one, education, two, pride, and three, money. Those things can divide any community, but especially in the black community, it just gets everybody into their own separate corners, and we just drift further and further apart from each other.
All right, could you further explain a little bit how education would be a divisive factor amongst the black community?
Sure. Well, for the simple fact that there are some people who just do not receive the education that they need or deserve to get where they need to be in life. Some people purposely hold themselves back from that education, viewing it more as an entrapment, as an enslavement of themselves, but really that's just you trapping yourself, that's you putting shackles on your mind. Because once you do that, once you have shackles on your mind and your mentality and the way you think about things, then that prevents you from doing anything positive for yourself.
Right.
So I feel like if we can get ourselves from that stigma that oh, well, I don't want to go to school, I don't want to learn, or if we can advance ourselves in that department, then we can advance ourselves in anything. So
Right.
I feel like for the youth today especially, because I'm seeing so many kids go to school, drop out for no reason. I want to sell dope, I don't want to go to school like that. It's just hurting yourself and it's hurting your community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if we could advance ourselves in education first, we can go ahead, we can do a lot more. But then when it comes to pride, like, you know, when people like, oh, well, I'm not a southern nigga, you know, or something like that, you know, see that type of stuff divides us even more. Like, you know, we all the community. So when you try to say you better than somebody else from some other area, or because you got something that somebody else don't have, you're putting more pressure on your community. You're dividing it by doing that. And
Right.
then when it comes to money, of course, money divides everybody by class. So it's like the more money you have, the better you think you are than somebody else that doesn't have. But at the end of the day, that money can't save your life. That money isn't going to help you when you need it the most. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, you could buy a car with it, you can buy a house with it, but you know what? You're still a slave to it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you really ain't no different than anybody else. You're just a slave with a little bit more. That's all it is.
All right, brother. Appreciate that. I'll get back with you for the next round.
All right, man.
Peace. What's going on, family? We got the King Philip in front of the camera again. Second round of the questions in the community. Today we asking the question, from your own perspective, viewing the black community, what do you see as the three most divisive factors factoring the black community?
I'm gonna go with money, finances. I'm gonna go with actual community, like unity, togetherness, and I say family. You know, I think those three things. Not that we're doing them wrong, we just gotta fine tune them and make them our own instead of trying to follow somebody else's way. You know, I think that'll help us a lot.
As far as money being a divisive tool in the black community, explain that a little more for the people.
Finances is very important. You know what I mean? Like we got to find our own. We got a lot of stuff in the community, like churches who take in a lot of money, restaurants, different things. Like, you know, we got to start putting that towards our own. You know, and stop spending money outside of the community, spend money inside of the community. Stop letting people come and put businesses inside the community that take the money outside the community. You know, just those types of things, and put value on the money. You know what I mean? Like, make sure we spend it 3-4 times in our neighborhood before we go spend it somewhere else. You know what I mean?
All right, King, appreciate it.
Well,
Peace. Peace and Black Power, family. We got the King in front of the camera. I'm gonna let him introduce himself real quick.
Man, Darius Wilder, from Newtown area, Sarasota 941. Here to talk to y'all about what's going on in this black community.
We got a question for this week. We asking people, from your perspective, when you viewing the black community, what do you see as the three most divisive things affecting the black community?
Well, number one, a lot of people gonna get offended, but don't blame me for not being naive. Number one, is our black women.
Go in on that. You know you gotta explain that one for them.
This is the problem. Okay, you got 50 people got killed in Orlando, you know, the gay community. Facebook, I see all supportive people on there, mostly black women. That's good. That's good. You know, y'all supporting your peoples. You had a 12-year-old dude that got killed at Walmart. 12-year-old kid. My police officer shot to death. I don't see nobody funding his family, raising money for his funeral.
I ain't heard nothing about it.
You probably not gonna hear nothing about it. You know, because he's black. Hey, black kid. He probably did something wrong. You know, black women. Hey, that's nothing. That's not my son. I'm not worried about it. Basically being selfish. But as soon as homosexuality come into play, oh, they need rights. Let's help them. Why y'all picking on them? Shoot. What about the black man? Like, who help us? We get help from nobody. Tell you the truth.
No damn
nobody help
body.
us.
What you say the second most divisive factor is?
Well, racism. You have to know it's racism out there. I don't care who you is, man. You know, you might say, you might get mad when I go to talk about racism, but hey, that's just how it is. If you don't know that racism out there, you won't even know that you being racist. Somebody being racist against you.
Now, we got some black people that say blacks can be racist. Do you agree with that or you disagree with that?
How can you be racist if we don't own them? We don't got stores, we don't got malls that we can kick white people and other races out of. We spend the most money. Tell you the truth. With everybody except our own race, but we spend the most money.
Black racism ain't nothing but name calling.
Basically, trying to, it's like a defense mechanism for other races. Hey, you racist because you black. Man, come on, man.
All right, and what would you list for the third most divisive thing affecting the black community?
Well, again, nobody loves the black man.
That what you got?
You ask me, you ask anybody, do they trust black men to work on their house, work on their cars? They'll call the white man before they even call the black man, you know. But nobody loves us. Even other races don't love us. Mexicans, Spanish people, white people. Our own women don't love us. They'll kick us, put us in jail for child support to have HUD and everything else for their benefit. That lets you know they don't love us. They gotta love us, man. One thing we gotta do is love each other too. Some of us don't even trust each other. Like, man, I'll get a white dude to do it before I get him, man. Shoot, forget that, man. We in so much competition that it's ridiculous. We all should be trying to come up, man. If y'all out there all trying to come up together, it's like, how could anybody pick on each other?
Ain't no room trying to build.
Nobody love black men.
Anything else you feel like dividing us, or that's all you want to say for right now?
I mean, as far as the family thing, you know, tradition, man, you know, we used to all, you know, hey, at 21 get married, have kids and stuff. It's like, that's out of the question now. People let their kids roam around and do whatever, man. The household. In 95, 96, Hillary Clinton's them is the reason why your uncles, your daddies are locked up for 20, 30 years. If you don't believe it, just ask them when you go see them at visitation. Because my uncle doing 30 years behind the Clinton laws and stuff. So if you vote for Hillary, just know your son never be in prison too. You'll see him later on, you know.
And that's a fact. Y'all go look that up.
It's facts. It's facts, bro. It's proven.
All right, King. Appreciate it. We'll get back with you for next week on the next topic.
All right.
Peace.
Peace, man. Love.
Peace. What's going on, family? We got the Queen Ashley in front of the camera again. This week, second week of the topics in the community. This week we're asking, when you're looking at the black community, what would be a couple of things that you identify as being divisive factors in the black community?
The first thing is crime amongst each other. If we would come together and stop trying to kill each other and do all that, we could be like, we could be a force against all these people, against these white people. So if we come together and stop trying to kill each other and stop getting mad at each other over crazy stuff, we come together and be a big force. Second thing, not enough of us are learning about our own history. We know white history. We know all about their stuff. But you ask us one thing about us, all we know is we came from Africa. That's it. Like, we don't know nothing else. We don't know the language. We don't know none of that. That's bringing us down too. Yeah, we live here in America. We've been Americanized, but we don't know nothing about ourselves. If we knew a lot about ourselves, bring us up. It'll bring us up. What's the third thing? really for me, them the only two. We just gotta get a little smarter, and I'm not gonna say we're stupid, but we just really gotta get on our stuff instead of worrying about who got the best this, who got the best that. That's what brings us down. We need to stop putting so much into, oh, I got the newest this, I got the newest that. That's bringing us down. Like, we out here buying all their stuff, making them a lot of money, and we're worried about that. We need to be worried about our own people and bringing money into our, community. That's what's bringing us down.
All right, and out of those two, which one would you say would be more important?
I can't even choose, because crime, we killing ourselves off is what they trying to do to us already. And with us sitting out here and not learning about ourselves, we out here really being, not gonna call us stupid, because we are not stupid. I feel like we one of the smartest race out here. But it's bringing us down because we don't know enough about ourselves. They getting the best of us. So I really can't even choose between the two, because they both really bringing us down. Look out here at everybody. Look how the generations are now. The society is messed up, so I can't even choose between both.
Well, all right, Queen. Appreciate it. We'll get back with you for next round. Peace and Black Power, family. Peace and Black Power, family. We got another king in front of the camera. I'm going to let him introduce himself real quick.
Darius Ray, Sarasota, Florida.
All right, King. This week we're in the community getting people's opinions. Your own opinion, when you're viewing the black community, what do you see as the three most divisive things keeping us divided in the black community?
I'm starting off right now to say this. There's no unity. No unity between our own kind.
Well,
Everybody feel that you got to be in different lanes of doing different things, not understanding that we all one.
Mm-hmm.
If we come together and making things happen, who can stop us for being for what we are?
Nobody. What you as far as the second thing affecting the black community or dividing the black community, what would you say?
Second thing, our women. I gotta say that. I mean, we need our women. We ain't nothing without our women. I mean, our women need us in our life too, but at the same time, though, they also support. If we don't have the support from our women, then who can we be with? You can't just go to the dinner man and say certain things to that, because we ain't on that type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We need our women to come to and talk to and understand that, okay, here it is, this is what's going on in our life. Can you help us? Can you have our backbone when the things get hard? If I don't have that, what I'm gonna have next? Like, nothing. So understand that how valuable our woman is to our manhood in a black community at that. Because our child we get birth through our woman.
Mm-hmm.
She gotta teach our child in certain moments that a man ain't gonna be there. So, you know what I'm saying? It's really deep to that part right there. So we need all our women to understand this right here. We need you.
Women, we need y'all to come out, stand up behind us in this movement. And as far as the third thing you see dividing the black community, what would you say it is?
Pride.
That's a good one. Explain that.
Nobody want to be less than another person.
Right.
Everybody trying to be the
You know
chief.
what? It's serious to that. Yeah, I'm gonna stick to that one. Pride, because yeah, the family is everything, and you take the head out of the family, the pride of that situation is nothing. You ain't gonna have nothing.
That's a dysfunctional,
We
distraught
need
family.
every last thing that we have in our body, and that means in our soul, to understand that you got to get rid of that pride to be able to even accept anything else coming your way. You cannot grow in life because you got too much things hidden in yourself behind the secret of darkness and the things going on in your mind that you feel like it's nobody there, nobody helping you in different situations. But if you take that pride of it and you look around and you see the next person in the same situation in your boat, what the fuck you mean? Everybody in the situation. Nobody not going through nothing. Everybody going through something. So get rid of that pride and try to find a unity, then come together. And guess what? It be the last thing about it. The situation started from 1 to 2. You have that unity. You take pride out of it. And you have our black women. You take pride out of it. Because that's who's holding against us. Society now got our black women go against us from pride. They feel they can do everything on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pride that you took from a man that I don't need you.
I
That's
agree with
selfish.
that. All right. Anything else you see dividing the community? That's pretty much it for right now.
Money.
People having more money than other people, like.
Everybody want to have all the money.
Mm-hmm.
Now understanding the money ain't gonna be nothing when you're gone. Get the value of life. Get the roots of life, tradition of life. Understand, after we ain't had all that. We grew everything we had.
We had a bartering system for our economic system.
We made everything we had.
Mm-hmm.
We used this.
Something we ain't using now.
We didn't use money to make money. We used this right here to get everything that need to be done. Money couldn't buy things over there, because they already had money.
Had to produce something, be able to
You
make
had to show
something.
something different.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta understand, we over in Africa, every land, money ain't nothing. You got jewelry, you got gold, you got all this. That's money itself. So money isn't nothing over there. You had to have something different in your craft, your skills.
Mm-hmm.
And how you only gonna get that by knowing yourself. Get true to yourself. Everybody got gifts.
Right.
I mean, everybody got a gift that you can use to help this society and this world to become something. If you don't do that and look into deep within yourself and know what you're here for, you lost.
All right, King. Appreciate that. We'll get back with you next week for the next topic. Peace. Peace and Black Power family. We got a king in front of the camera. I'm gonna let him introduce himself real quick.
Hello, how you doing? My name is Mr. Green. Everybody know me as Top Kim.
All right, King. The topic we got for today, when you're looking at the black community, what's 3 things that you would identify as something that's keeping the black community divided?
Well, there's several things more than 3, but I'm gonna give
All
you,
right, go as many as you got then.
I'm gonna give you a few. One is uneducated individuals. If you're not educated on what's going on in daily life, you're not going to prosper. The mind is real limited when you're uneducated. But that's secondary. First of all, it's family. You got a lot of young fathers, young mothers that's not together. You know what I'm saying? Unity is very important. A lot of dads are in prison. You know what I'm saying? That's making the link between the father and the son. Very, very bad. You know what I'm saying? So now the mother got to take that leadership on and be the mom and the dad. That's very tough in society. We got other issues that we can deal with. You know, we got alcoholism, drugism. I mean, not drugism, but you know what I'm saying? We got
People
drug
dealing
dealing, you know what I'm
drugs,
saying?
yeah.
And different things that kids get involved in right here in their community. You know, so it's very hard when you trying to go to school and you got the corner right there where you live at, in the school right where you live at, and the drug dealer right there where you're living at. You know, so when you're walking past it, there's always an individual who's going to entice you.
Right.
So now home life is very important because if no one at home is telling you, listen, stay away from the drugs, stay away from this, you're not going to take heed to it. Eventually, you're going to cater to that look, that flashy car, that gold chain, you know, the rings they have on, flashy money. You know what I'm saying? Money is the root of all evil, as they say.
Nah, that's something I feel like they're gonna always go after. So is there any way we could counter that or switch their mindset or their approach to why they looking at money or how they look at money?
Well, we can just keep encouraging them, you know what I'm saying, to work hard and working hard will prevail for better things and doing the right thing. The same effort you want to give to someone or you want in return, you want to give it. You know, so the positive thing is coming from the home first. If you raising your child right now and doing the right thing, believe me, he will succeed in life. But if you stay off from that, if you're in the home drinking and the kids see you drinking, eventually you're gonna start drinking.
Beating on the moms and stuff.
Or they see you beating on your moms, or they see you stealing. A kid will mimic the same thing he's used to seeing. And that happens from home first. So we get a strong positive foundation at home. If you build a strong child, then you got to be strong within yourself. If you're strong within yourself, you're not going to advocate anything strong. So it really all depends on that parent. and you can have any distraction out there in the world. If you ain't strong as that parent, whether it's the father or mother, if you're not strong at all, you know what I'm saying, and not willing to be stronger and take on that weight and take on that grueling day-to-day thing, and it might be a lot. You might be working 2 jobs or maybe 1 job, or have to take care of multiple children.
Mm-hmm.
But if you constantly strong and being the head of your household and doing what you got to do, everything will work itself out.
Right.
And you got to praise God. You know what I'm saying? Because He has the ruling of everything. And if it's in that child's plan to go this way in order to learn, then that's that plan.
Mm-hmm.
You can't change that plan.
Right.
But you can be that positive role model in that kid's life. Once again, Mr. Green.
All right, King. Appreciate it. Peace. What's going on, family? We got the Queen back in front of the camera today. Round 2, asking questions in the community. This week, the question is, when you're looking at the black community, what would you say, or what would you identify as the 3 things keeping the black community divided?
I say hate against one another on the same color. You know, we get mad at each other because we got on the same shirt, like, so what hit that on her face? When we should be coming together when, you know what I'm saying, we got some shit out here where a bitch done fuck around and killed my sister. This cracker done killed my sister. Y'all forgave this cracker. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit, that's number 1 for me. Because they done take off their hoods and put on the badge and they think that shit okay. And us niggas supposed to forgive it. I don't feel like they should be forgiven at all. And number 2, I feel like the drugs. Because we get into it so deep, we forget like this our blood. Like, we'll go against our blood because of this money. Like, drugs, like, it really divide us. It even divide our family, our friends. Somebody we done fell in love with, like, we'll turn our back on our own wife, but I do. You feel me?
What's going on, family? We got the King David in front of the camera again. Back around for another week of questions in the community. This week we're asking, when you're looking at the black community, what's some things you identify to keep the black community divided?
Keep it divided from the whites, you trying to say?
Or just like amongst themselves?
In general?
Like, yeah.
I feel like it's the media. Media says something, and then again it's the media and then the people. Media says something, throws them off, makes them look bad. Guess what? The people are going to say, oh, they're bad. We listen to the media. Whatever the news says, guess what? We're going to listen to. Because that's our first line of, people watch the news for information.
Yeah.
So when they hear something bad on the news, guess what? That's new information for them. They're going to stick with that. They're not going to doubt it because the news says it. Whatever the news says, we get away with it. So I feel like it's the media and the people that separate that. So.
All right, King. Appreciate it. We'll get back with you next week.
No problem.
All right.
All right, bro.
What's going on, family? We back with the King E.G. Dub for second round of what's going on in the community, get the community's opinion. This week, the question is, when you're viewing the black community, what would be 3 things you identify that's keeping the community divided?
3 things. Kind of what I was saying on the last topic, like people being lost and not knowing where to get direction from. And like, you know, people just having to think on emotion. Like, it's really hard to explain, but it's just like when you see brothers, like, a lot of brothers don't try to help other brothers up when they see them. They rather plot on them, you know? And like from a personal experience for me, like I was in a club full of fucking white people and then I seen a nigga like my dog and we was just so fucking happy, we just clicked up and I was just like, damn, like when I go to fucking all hood clubs, like niggas just be plotting on other niggas, like we need to learn how to embrace each other more, like stop shooting at our own events and shit, you know? That shit's stupid. Like we can't come together because niggas feel scared, you know? That's what I'm saying, thinking off emotion. They don't know whether this motherfucker gonna try to shoot me or stab me because my shoes look clean and shit. We need to, you know, make each other feel more welcome, you know? I feel like everybody's always on guard type shit. Like, we so militant towards each other, you know? I mean, we ain't gotta be like that. Yeah, we some niggas that don't need to be fucked with, but you know, we gotta handle our business and help our niggas get up, help our ladies get up, help our children get up, you know, help the grandmas and granddaddies in the hood, you know. And another thing is opportunities. I ain't trying to play race card and shit, but you know, a lot of black people really don't get the same opportunities as white people. I mean, yeah, I've seen a lot of, nice, educated black people working in banks and working in hospitals. That's cool, but I think we need more of that. I think we need more old heads that used to sell cars at dealerships, teaching more people how to sell cars than how to flip a brick, Like, that's another thing with being lost. We giving the wrong information. Like, that's the second thing that ties in the first thing. Like, the third thing is just, we just can't be too stagnant. Like, I believe some black people we comfortable, too comfortable sometimes. We enjoy what we getting. Like, shit, if we ain't there, we happy. But we should strive for more.
I believe that.
That's the three things I think.
All right, King, appreciate it. We'll be around next week. What's going on, family? We got the King in front of the camera. I'm gonna let him introduce himself real quick.
Black Paul and Robert Lawson.
All right, King. This week we asking the people opinion. When you're looking at the black community, what's three things you identify that's keeping us divided?
All right. First, I'm letting people know I got bad communication. So, first thing I'm gonna say, listen, I'm sorry, but there's a question. I ain't got time to talk. All right. If you about goddamn doing shit for your community, come out here and do shit for your community. Motherfucking problem is motherfuckers don't want to do shit. They don't want to get up off their ass. They don't want to wait the fuck up. Got time to build. Ain't got time to explain. Ain't got time to talk. Serious? Get your ass out here and do some shit for your goddamn people. That's all I got to motherfucking say.
Peace.
Peace and black power.